guys, it's Kelly in the garden, and I want to say thank you for everybody for sticking in there with me. I know the videos have been few and far between. There's been a lot to deal with after my husband passed away. I've had a lot of stuff on my plate, and so the garden has been neglected. That combined with the fact that really summer is not my favorite time of year in the garden because it just doesn't look the best. And you come off of that high of springtime and everything's in bloom and it's so beautiful. And then drought hits. Inevitably in California, every year, drought hits where we have no rain from May, usually till the end of October, which is a really long time for plants to go without water. And while some of them thrive, there's others that just it's all you can do to keep them alive. And that's the way I feel lately when I come out to the garden. And I haven't had a lot of time to come out to the garden, honestly. A lot to deal with. A lot has happened since my husband passed away. It was only like a week after that happened that I started having problems with the well. So I had to have well work done here on the property, and you might hear noise in the background. I'm having a retaining wall built right now, and I'd take you down to show you, but they're working right now, and I'm sure Francisco, who is in my master gardener
down to show you, but
class
I'm sure
graduating
Francisco
class,
doesn't
doesn't want to be seen right now with sweat dripping down him after all the hard work. So, but yeah, the things that are good in the garden right now are the cactus. The cactus are looking lovely at their best, and the yuccas always do really well in the pots. And my other succulents, the aeoniums, typically this time of year, because my garden gets so much sun, the aeoniums just drop leaves like crazy. So they're not looking their best, but they'll come back when the cool weather hits. So I'm not too worried. That's one thing about gardening is once you've been through a few seasons, you kind of learn and you don't sweat the stuff that you used to sweat anymore because of experience. But the garden's doing okay. I have a rule that I really don't do a lot of planting during the drought in the summertime. I wait until the fall until the rains start coming and the soil starts to cool and the ground can actually accept roots to grow because right now my garden is mostly sand, and you can try your best to make the soil better with sandy soil, but it's really difficult to do. And what happens here is that when the sun bakes it, and I get quite a bit of breeze here too up on the hill, it just gets so dry that that ground underneath the sand layer is just like rock. It's sandstone basically, and the roots just can't thrive in that kind of soil. So it is a difficult time in the garden right now, and you wouldn't see a lot of videos of my garden this time of year for that reason. And honestly, I haven't been able to be out here as much as I typically would be to do the maintenance. I haven't been doing a lot of my trimming of my perennials. I did get to some this week and did some cleanup in the garden. But like I said, a lot of things have been happening with the well, and now the retaining wall is going up to protect the well basically from erosion of the hillside, which is basically turned to sand. And if you walk on it, you slide right down the hill on the sand. It's like a dune. So I'm trying to get that well protected, and that's the retaining walls going in. So that will protect the well, and then my clothes dryer went out, had to replace that. I mean, there's just been one thing after the other. So hang in there with me. I do still plan to do videos. It's just, I pick up that camera and I think, I'll do a video today, and I just can't pull the trigger. And maybe some of you that have YouTube channels can relate. Sometimes you just can't get going. You just don't have that creative juice that you need to do the job. So sometimes it's better not to. But there is good in the garden. I have a lot of my favorite plants that thrive this time of year in the garden. Um, they're few and far between because I like my pretties, my bloomers, and I like the cottage garden. And this time of year, it's pretty much, it's really hard to do with the type of soil that I have. And, you know, trying to amend that soil is darn near impossible in the drought. So, as much as I try, and I do try, it's hard to upkeep those flowers. I did have some roses and they were looking just pathetic, but they were in pots. And so I did take them and put them in some tubs and bottom watered them. And darn if they didn't come back and are looking great and putting on some blooms. But I wanted to read something from a book that I've been reading, and it really helped me a lot when I needed to read. I needed to hear this from an experienced gardener. And this is the Virago Book of Women's Gardeners that I picked up in Ireland at Lismore Castle gift shop one year, and it just has a little excerpts from different women gardeners over the years, the last few centuries. And one of them, it really struck home, and I thought it was so true. But this is Mrs. C.W. Earle in 1897 wrote, "You must not, any of you, be surprised if you have moments in your gardening life of such profound depression and disappointment that you will almost wish you had been content to leave everything alone and have no garden at all." Well, how many of us have felt that way before? Raise your hands. Me. So it was one of those things. It was one of those things that I just needed to hear at that moment. And so I'm not alone. Plenty of us, all of us gardeners have gone through experiences where it's just, we just can't get the joy we normally can get out of the garden. And, it's tough. We go through times in our lives where we struggle, and our plants and gardens do too. We can't expect them to always look fantastic. We don't have full-time gardeners to take care of our garden and make sure that that happens. And if we work outside the home or have a lot of other projects that we've got to attend to, it's not always going to look beautiful all the time. But I'll take you over and we'll take just a swift look through the garden, and I'll point out a few things that along the way that are looking good. And yeah, and then I'll take you inside and show you what I have been doing inside to be creative. So let's take a look at that. I have been mulching lately. One of my favorite sayings is that mulch covers a multitude of sins. And I really feel that. I lay down mulch for soil improvement, but also because mulch just can transform the garden, the looks of the garden so tremendously. And so you can see here on the walkway up to the fountain, I did some mulching, and the light's not great, but yeah. And I did plant a few things. I normally don't plant this time of year, but I needed a boost. And so I got some new Gara and planted some Gara plants, and this is one of them. You can see. And the fountain just, it's barely going right now. The sun's starting to go down a little bit, and the other thing that's doing really good are these black-eyed Susan vines. It's really loving the heat, and you can see that it's just growing everywhere. So I'm trying to train it to go up this little birdhouse, and that'll be cute. And these are just beautiful. They keep blooming, and that's good to see. Usually they get eaten, so that's nice. So there are some good things happening in the garden. I had some really pretty crocosmia bloom, that bright orange traditional one, and it was really pretty. They're about done. I have a few in the spiral, and I had a few over here that just didn't. They went through their blooming cycle pretty quickly because they don't get as much water. But you can see I had some, and they're done. The sedum, Autumn Joy, is doing really good in flowering right now. I have some more over that way behind that purple fountain grass. And yeah, so the geraniums have done really good this year. And let's see, what else? The follow up on the foxtail ferns. The foxtail ferns, all three of them are doing really well in the pots. And so just remember, when you see foxtail ferns and it says part shade, they can handle the full sun. And believe me, this garden gets full sun in the summertime. So much sun that plants struggle. But there are some really pretty things still left in the garden. And it's not dismal. It's just I'm so used to that spring garden. And then when you come down from that springtime garden high, it's just, it's kind of crushing. Plus everything else that happened, along the way. So it's been a little hard to take, but and then my pink naked ladies come up. My pink naked ladies have come up and are blooming. Some of them are done blooming. And then me and Catherine, my granddaughter, planted another pine tree that has really neat form. Let's see if you can see it. The trunk is just really twisted. I got that at Iron Pony Nursery, and it's really, really neat. I like it a lot. So not everything is horrible. And I'll take you inside the house right now and show you what I have been up to inside the house. And don't look at my geraniums over here because they need to be whacked completely and reset, and I just haven't done it yet. But I'll take you inside. We'll take a look at what I have been doing inside to update the house because it's needed a lot of work, and this cabinet is getting redone. My granddaughter Catherine put stickers when she was little all over I mean, she's still little, but when she was a toddler, all over this cabinet. And I didn't have the heart for the longest time to take them down, but I think her mom, maybe when she was here, tried to peel them off. But these whole kitchen cabinets are getting repainted, and that's what I started. I did the kitchen island, so that is done. Well, I have one more side, the one with the cabinets to do. The cabinets are not going to be getting that color. It'll be getting a different color. I haven't decided which, but working on thinking about doing that. My daughter and hopefully my son-in-law are going to come and help me take care of that. This is a dated house. It's a 1960s house, so it needs a lot of updating, and I really couldn't do that before because, well, I just couldn't do that before without a struggle. I also painted this little inset here, the trim on it to match the island, and this is the living room that I've been working on. I'll show you a before picture of what the living room looked like before, and it's just been a pretty dramatic change. So I painted all this. My aunt came over and helped me one day for a few hours, and I knocked this out in a couple days and had to do touch-ups and repaint the brick. And then this is a great idea for any of you who want to put up a nice picture or a landscape picture or pictures of your kids. You can use like a Walgreens app or CVS and take your photos and turn them into a wall hanging. And that's what I did. Can't see it because the curtains here because of the glare, but you can turn your pictures into a wall hanging like this. And so this is one that I did when a picture I took of Ireland, one of the walled gardens. If I can look through and find the name of the walled garden where this was taken, I'll put it in the video. So I took this picture and just used Walgreens and had that turned into a wall hanging picture. And then one of my neighbors came over and I said, "Can you come over and help me?" And he actually ended up doing all the work. So that worked out good. But so I really like it. And then my other friend Dano came over and put up these lamps. These are battery operated. Even though I don't have very many visitors, it's nice to have that in the evenings, just the low light. And then I have another one too. So this is an idea for you guys. If you guys are thinking about, you want to bring your garden inside, take some of the pictures that you have taken and have them taken into and use one of the apps like I did. And that's another one that I took in Ireland, another walled garden. So I had to decide which one I wanted, but in the end I decided this one because it has lots of yellows and blues and pinks and greens, and then the wall all the way across, which I love the walled gardens in Ireland. And if you haven't seen any of my videos that I did of any of the gardens in Ireland, there is a playlist that you can watch. And really, that's where I fell in love with flower gardening, is going to visit the gardens in Ireland. Really beautiful gardens there. So this is just an idea for you if you guys ever want to have any artwork, but you kind of want it personalized. It's a great option. So that's what I've been busy doing, working on updating the inside of the house. And I'll show you that rose. I have one rose in, I have two roses in a pot. One of them is trying to come back, and the other one has come back. Look how beautiful that one is. That one looked like death warmed over just a month ago. Started bottom watering it, and I have my worm bin here, and I used some worm juice. I know that sounds gross, but watered down, diluted, and bottom watered these, and look at how beautiful this rose is doing. So my neglected garden. I cut back my salvias. They were so dry, and so I cut them back, and the other one even further back, and I never got around to doing this one, and tried to clean up some of the aeoniums. Still have a lot of work here left to do. My aloes have mostly stopped blooming. I do have the hardy aloes are coming in with some late season blooms, but won't be long, they'll be done. But I need to take some cuttings from these to take and put down the hillside, because I'm going to plant it up above where the retaining wall is going. So that's it from the garden. I'm doing okay. I'm hanging in there, and I just want to say thank you for everybody who's been supportive and still watching the channel. And yeah, I know I have a messy garden, but thank you so much to all of you who have stood by me and keep watching the videos. As few and far between as they have been lately, it really means a lot to me. And I want to say a shout out to Mickey and Bill. It's been nice having you as friends on YouTube, and just that support. You just don't know how much that means. Larry Satchwell, I want to say thank you for your inspiration. And you said that said that things that I in my garden have inspired you, like the wash basin, water fountain, and you inspire me a great deal. And I thank you for your faithfulness in watching and supporting my channel and me. It's really important to me, and I thank you for that. And so, yeah, you outdid me with your water fountain, your wash basin. And if you haven't seen Larry Satchwell's channel, he recently did a fountain out of a wash basin, and he did such a great job and planted it up with aquatic plants, and it's really neat, really fancy. And I wish I had time to do that, but I don't have any time to spend on things like that right now. But yeah, there's things struggling, but it's not all bad. There's still good in the garden. And I still find solace in the garden, and I come out here nearly every day and enjoy the garden still. So there are some good things in the garden, and it's not going to be very long before I'm gone to Ireland. I'll try and bring you some videos from Ireland and see some of the pretty gardens there. Although they went through a drought this summer and had a lot of dry weather, unusual for Ireland to get as much dry weather as they had this summer. So I don't know how green it's going to be, but it's raining now, so hopefully it'll green up before I get there. But look at the pine trees. Look how much the pine trees in my garden have grown. It's just amazing to me. I love it. I want to plant more trees. It's just, because I want that shade, and I love trees. I love that look. I can't block the sun to the cactus patch though, because the cactus patch has to stay. It's a real focal point and means a lot to me in the garden, so that I can't block the shade to that, so I have to watch where I plant trees. But I definitely want more pine trees, and I've got a lot that are just started, and there's one more that has really taken on a lot of growth here lately. I'll show you this guy. This pine tree right here has really taken on a lot of growth. It's probably grown a foot in the last 2 months. It's crazy, and I'm so excited about that. So it's really it. There's Francisco. He's finishing the retaining wall. So that's what we got from the garden these days. The monkey tail cactus was blooming, and it's just about done. It might have a few more coming on. It's doing well, and the cuttings that I took for new cactus are doing well. And there's more naked lady plants and blooms, and yeah, so they're still good in the garden. I just want to again say thank you to all of you for all of your support, just hanging in there with me, and to all my friends and family who have been so supportive through all the last couple of months. I really appreciate it. I appreciate your support. And now it's time to start thinking about buying some rain barrels to have installed, so that I can catch any water that we do get when we start getting rain off of the house and into rain barrels, so that I can use it in the garden, especially in the farm, because I do like to grow cool season crops: kale, lettuce, radishes, spinach. I like to grow all of that, and to be able to have that rainwater that I can filter from rain barrels into that when needed is going to be great. So excited about that. I am excited about the future of the garden. Thanks so much for coming and spending some time with me in the garden today. You guys take care and get out there and garden your hearts out.